Welcome to the data visualization learning session. Today, we'll be talking about Gestalt principle proximity for essential design principles for Tableau. Now, our goal in our last lecture, we briefly we provided overview of best practices for data visualization. In this example, in this module, we'll, we'll examine deeper We'll deeply examine Gestalt principles and pre-attentive attributes. The objective of this model is to identify Gestalt principles in visualizations and understand their applications. Now let's dive into the Gestalt principles. So overall, there are six Gestalt principles: proximity, similarity, enclosure, closure, continuity, and connection. Now, let me ask you, do you know what is proximity Gestalt principles? We already studied this before. Think about it. The proximity Gestalt principle means closure objects are perceived as related. If objects are closer to each other, they are perceived to be related to each other. Then those are not. Now, let's go to another Gestalt principle, similarity. Do you know what similarity Gestalt principle stands for? Think about it. Okay, it stands for similar looking objects are grouped together. That is, if objects look similar, they are perceived to be in the same group. If you see that these all plus signs are can be perceived as of same group, then those are the zero or circle signs. Third one, enclosure. Objects with a boundary are perceived as belonging together. What you can see is that we have a boundary here, and all the objects inside this boundary are perceived to be of same group. Now, let's go to closure. Ambiguity is resolved to eliminate distractions. So, closure helps your mind's ability to fill the gaps. User must have enough essential information to able to fill the gaps. What we are seeing here is that if you look at the picture on the left, we don't have this bar, but in right we have this bar. But still we are able to fill the gap, saying that okay, the, by looking at this number, we can estimate, derive this information by ourselves, then cluttering the chart. Now let's move on to continuity. Think about what does the continuity mean? What do you know about continuity? Think for a few seconds. Continuity are those when we perceive patterns as continuous despite interruption. Now, what we see is that we see this line as a continuous even though it has been interrupted by this green line. This is a continuity. And last one is a connection. Connection means that lines or links between objects indicate grouping. Means if these two dots are connected by a line, they belong to a same group. Now let's deep dive into a color chart done by done by Snow. It is called Snow's map. Let's analyze this chart briefly. What we see here is that this is a pumping station that was has had bad water or contaminated water, and what you see is that the houses that are closer to this pumping chart are have more deaths with a indicated bigger circle. So objects that are closer together are related more related to each other than the father objects. If you see outside, there's a less and less death. This shows that if there's object, then enclosure are more related than the father objects. So let me quickly summarize what we learned today. We learned that Gestalt principles provide important foundation for creating intuitive visualizations, and applying those principles in our visualizations help to make it more clear and appealing. So that's all for today. I will see you next learning session. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.